It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, and we are somewhere in San Diego. I don't know where exactly, but Kensington area.
Normal height.
Normal Heights. And what a fun project we are starting today. This is going to be 5 days, and today is demo day. Our clients have spent a considerable amount of time reinventing the inside of their property and renovating and remodeling, and now it's time for the outside. So they inherited all this landscape, and basically most of it's coming out for obvious reasons, right? We are going to be reinventing this parking strip into a tapestry, and this is probably 50 feet by 3.5. I mean, it's no small space. So I'm super stoked to do something really spectacular in the parking strip. This pittosporum will be coming out along with everything on this side of the sidewalk. Have you ever seen so many sticks on fire in one small space in your life? We will be keeping this variegated yucca. We'll just give it a little bit of a cleanup. I think this is definitely salvageable. We're going to attempt to transplant that Palo Verde Desert Museum to the backyard. They wanted one down below. You'll see when we get there, but this looks pretty viable to me. So we'll give that a shot. The euphorbia are really sad. We've got some dead, believe it or not, aloes. We're gonna repurpose a little bit of sticks on fire in some poolside built-in planters in the back, but most of the sticks are gonna go. That really cool aloe, we're gonna keep that because I think that's super interesting. And obviously we're gonna reinvent all of the pots, do some editing of pots, and this little tiny courtyard is gonna be very challenging for me because it is small. And obviously I want it to be very impactful, but I have to be careful not to plant things that are going to get too big, right? So that's the goal. Today we demo. Greg is evaluating irrigation. They also have a lot of lights. Some of them work, some of them don't. So Greg will be checking bulbs and checking wires, and we'll be reconfiguring fixtures to accommodate the new design and so forth. One question that the client posed to me is the wall has got some staining, and he wasn't sure. It's kind of like patina, right? On a terracotta pot, sometimes it gets kind of mottled and stained. It's subjective. I don't hate this. I think that the staining on the wall gives the wall character. It's an old historic home. So I vote no on pressure washing and cleaning this. I'm gonna let it ride. Yeah, okay. So that's the job in the front, but we've also got a backyard to deal with. Okay, so out here in the backyard, we have some queen palms which are staying. But these giant bird of paradise, we're going to be yanking these, and also yanking this bougainvillea, and installing 2 more 5-gallon Podocarpus graciliers. The hedge is beautiful, and they've got it over on the other side too. Beautiful mature Podocarpus. So we're just going to continue that over here. These arbutus strawberry trees are super stressed, but they were fairly recently planted, and they don't want to give up on them. They want to give them a chance. So we aren't taking them out. We're going to leave them and just bring in some soil for the front of this bed and some boulders and deck out underneath them in succulents. Same over here on this bed. We will be planting under the Mediterranean fan palm and the queen palms. Omar's going to bring his pole saw tomorrow. The queen palms, I think they had some tree service come in and they cleaned up the trunk, but that weakened it, and now these branches were too heavy and collapsed. So we're gonna have to see if we can't fix that. This bed here that has the giant sticks on fire, that's going to come out, and I'm going to plant Petalanthus bracteatus in this space. They like the idea of height. They'd like to see something from the office window, and I could think of no better thing than that. So that's what we're doing there. Isn't this a fabulous little infinity pool? And they have a view out here. Below us is is Interstate 15. Then there is the Mission off in the distance. They have this fabulous palm in the stand of euphorbia. That all stays. We are going to be blowing out these poolside planter flanks, as well as these planters that currently have the Senecio in them. I was struggling to try and think of thrillers because these are just big pots. So kind of like the Poway job, right? The Poway mansion. Miguel went up and did those big pots, kind of the same thing. So I'm scratching my head. It is a pool, so I want to be careful not to get anything that's going to shed any detritus in the pool. And what am I going to do? I'm tearing out my hair. And then I remember this yard is full of sticks on fire. Duh. So we will, to get rid of it everywhere else, but we will take nice big pieces of the sticks and pop them in here as our thrillers. Then down the steps, Hannah and I are going to spend our time today manually extracting these weeds. I know it looks really daunting, but these are mostly big clusters. So we shouldn't have that hard of a time with the shovels getting in there and just going at this. I'm going to leave this area just in pathway. We're going to obviously clear out all the weeds, and we're going to top dress real beautifully and just leave this clean. Then somewhere over here will be the Palo Verde Desert Museum tree. They have a lot of barrel cacti that are just sort of random around the yard. So these will all be, of course, dug up and rehomed. This area down here, we are going to do in a really wispy kind of vibe. It's going to be some grasses, as well as some spineless opuntia, and some fence posts, some big, tall fence post cactus from Caesar at Sun Valley. We'll probably pull some of the barrel cacti in, and they have no interest in sitting down here. So this is just going to be something beautiful and airy and soft that can be gazed at from your perspective, where Hannah's standing with the phone. Then down here, this is also going to get a thorough weeding, and they like the rosemary and the lavender. They've got a Pride of Madeira over here. So what I decided the best thing to do would be just to add more of the upright rosemary in some spots where it's light. I also got some calandrinia, that beautiful succulent that isn't so much to look at its base, but it throws off those tall spikes with the pink wavy flowers on it. So I got some of those to tuck in around here as well. They've got a gorgeous stand of euphorbia over here that we will pretty much leave alone. There's a little bit of cleanup. This aloe here, a decision will need to be made if it would make sense to keep this and just clean it up, because it's going to take a lot of time to clean this up or dispose of it. And I'm leaning heavily toward cleaning it up because it's been here for a long time, and it's kind of cool, isn't it? Can you picture this with all the bloom stalks gone and some of the skirt? Not all of it, some of the skirt can stay, but maybe some of the lower pieces. See how easy that comes off? And obviously we'll cut off the dead branches. I can do this with my foot. I don't even need a shovel. So anywho, yeah, this will get cleaned up. Oh, there's more barrel cactus over here. So here we have what appears to be kind of like a bench on each side. You could put a cushion there, pillows, and this could be, I think we want to honor this because when this gets done, it's going to be worth gazing at. So I'm not going to plant in front of these areas here with the understanding that they might be used for seating. So we got a lot to do. We'll check with you later.